Hello everyone. Welcome to this lecture on Introduction to the Internet of Things, often referred to as IoT also. In this session, we'll explore how everyday objects are becoming intelligent and connected through internet. By the end of this lecture, you'll be able to understand what IoT is, how it works, and why it is transforming many industries nowadays. Traditionally, the internet connected computers and smartphones. However, today many physical objects or devices such as home appliances, industrial machines, vehicles, and wearable devices are also connected to the internet. These devices can collect data from the environment, can communicate with each other or similar kind of a system, and perform the automated actions. This concept of connecting physical devices to the internet is what we call the Internet of Things. Let us begin by imagining a smart world where devices communicate with each other automatically. IoT technology is already transforming different domains such as homes, agriculture, healthcare, and smart cities. For example, in smart home, devices like smart lights, thermostats, and security cameras can easily be controlled remotely using smartphone. In smart agriculture, farmers can place sensors in soil to measure moisture levels of soil. Based upon this information, further the irrigation systems can automatically supply water to the fields whenever it is required. Similarly, in case of smart cities, we can utilize sensors to monitor traffic flow, street lighting, and environmental conditions. These systems helps us improve efficiency, reduce waste, and enhance quality of life. Before we continue, think about this important question: what if everyday objects around us could communicate with each other? That idea is exactly what IoT enables for us. Now let us understand what the Internet of Things actually means. IoT refers to a network of physical devices that are enabled with sensors and connected to the internet. These devices automatically collect information or data and exchange the same data. In case of IoT, IoT system typically consists of three important elements, where the first element is things, and these things are nothing but the physical devices such as sensors, smart appliances, wearable devices, or industrial machines. So these things are also known as physical devices. Second one is connectivity, which is very important, and this thing is going to connect data from the sensors to user end, which basically allows these devices to communicate through technologies like Wi-Fi, Bluetooth, Zigbee, or cellular networks. Third one is data processing, where the collected data is analyzed using either cloud computing or artificial intelligence to generate useful insights so that user can understand and can utilize all the insights accordingly for the benefit of a particular application. This combination of sensing, connectivity, and intelligence enables devices to make smart decisions. To understand how IoT system operate, let us look at the basic workflow. IoT system generally follows four main steps, where the first step is data collection. So for this particular step, sensors collect information from the environment. This could include temperature readings, humidity levels, motion detection, or pressure measurements. The second step is data processing. Embedded controllers prepare the collected data and convert it into digital form. The third step is data transmission. The data is sent through communication networks such as Wi-Fi, Bluetooth, or cellular networks. Finally, the last step is data analysis, where we can utilize cloud platforms or artificial intelligence, where system basically analyzes the data fed to them, which is generated by the sensors to generate useful insights or trigger automated actions through this particular process. IoT systems transforms raw sensor data into some kind of a meaningful information. So every IoT system consists of several important components that works together, and these components can be sensors, networks, cloud processing, and applications where basically user is going to have insights of the particular application. So in this slide, let us discuss briefly about these components, where the first component is sensors, and sensors are used to detect physical conditions such as temperature, light intensity, humidity, motion, or pressure. Here you have to keep one thing in mind, that sensors can be of two types. One is analog and another one is digital type of sensor. Clear? So the work of analog sensor is that it will be collecting information and providing input to the data in terms of sinusoidal form or in terms of this, and whereas in case of digital it will be providing the values in terms of zeros and ones, where this one is 0 and this is a 1. The second component is network, and this component can be utilized by the devices to communicate and transfer data, whichever or data is generated by or collected by these sensors. Yeah. Third component is cloud computing or processing system. These platforms store and analyze large amount of data. And the final component of IoT is application layer, where users basically interact with the system using mobile phone or dashboards. Together, these components form a complete IoT ecosystem that connects the physical world with digital intelligence. Next thing is evolution of IoT. The Internet of Things has evolved gradually through several technological stages. Initially, we started it with embedded systems, and these systems were designed to perform specific tasks independently. Later on, we had M2M communications, where which basically allowed these devices to exchange information automatically. Then we had RFIDs, and once these RFIDs were introduced, it basically enabled objects to be uniquely identified and tracked. Next came the wireless sensor networks, which is the complete ecosystem for communication, where multiple sensors works together to monitor environmental conditions. And nowadays IoT systems are combined with artificial intelligence and edge computing, which basically enables faster data processing and intelligent decision making. So this evolution has transformed simple devices into powerful connected systems. Now let us understand IoT with a practical example from agriculture. So in case of smart agriculture, farmers used to place moisture sensors in their soil, in their fields. These sensors continuously measure the moisture level of the soil. The data collected by these sensors is transmitted to cloud platforms through the internet. The system then analyzes the data to determine whether the crop requires water or not. And if the soil becomes too dry, the system automatically activates the irrigation system. This can help farmers to save water, uh, improve crop productivity, and optimize farming operations. Similarly, in case of the farming, we can consider lots of other examples. One of them is post harvest management, where where user can utilize IoT technology to manage the particular crop for longer time period. And as we know that each and every crop is having specific requirement in terms of temperature to be dried off. So over there we can utilize IoT not only to automate the whole process, but to sense that what kind of a crop is placed by the farmer for the drying process. Next one is IoT systems or IoT architectures, and we'll be discussing about the overview of our IoT architecture in this particular slide. So IoT systems are usually organized using a layered architecture, and this architecture helps simplify the complex IoT system, where we can say that the first layer of this architecture is perception layer, and this layer basically includes sensors and devices that collect data from the environment, and then it directly feds this information to the second layer, which is network layer, which is responsible for transmitting the collected data using the communication technologies. As I have already mentioned earlier, that these communication technologies can be Wi-Fi, Bluetooth, Zigbee, and we can utilize, and even Internet of Things for the communication purposes. And this data then will directly be fed to the third layer of the architecture, which is application layer, and the work of this layer is to process the data and provide useful insights or services to the particular user. So these layers work together to enable IoT system, not only to environment but to deliver intelligent services also. So next one is applications of IoT. I have mentioned or discussed already few of them. So IoT technology has applications in many different sectors, such as smart homes, healthcare, agriculture, and industries. In case of smart homes, IoT enables automations of household devices such as lights, heating, and security systems. Similarly, in case of healthcare, uh, we can utilize wearable devices and remote monitoring systems, which can help doctors to track a particular patient's health in real time scenario. In case of agriculture, we can utilize IoT system from from soil preparation to the post harvest management of a particular crop. And similarly, farmers can utilize IoT to have useful insight towards weather patterns, crop health, soil conditions, and etc. In case of industrial environments, IoT supports predictive maintenance, where machines can detect faults before the particular failure occurs, and these applications demonstrate that how IoT can be useful, how it can improve efficiency and decision making in real time scenarios. Next one is why IoT is important, and this particular slide is very, very important in case of IoT. Now, let us understand why IoT is becoming so important in modern technology and industries. IoT basically enables automation, allowing machines and systems to perform tasks automatically without constant human intervention. It also supports real time monitoring, which means now organizations can continuously track systems, devices, and environment. And one of the another major advantage of IoT is that it is it's data driven decision making, where insights generated from large data sets can help improve efficiency and reduce the operational cost for any kind of industry. So overall, I can say that IoT helps organization to operate more intelligently, efficiently. One of the most important benefits of IoT is automation. For example, in case of uh, in case of smart homes, we can utilize sensors to fetch the temperature conditions in real time scenario, and we can adjust the air conditioning with the help of a smartphone. Another key advantage is real time monitoring. In case of industries, we can utilize these sensors to detect any kind of abnormalities in machines, and we can predict, we can repair before the failure occurs, and this helps companies to perform predictive maintenance, which basically reduce the downtime and maintenance costs for for a particular company or industry, which is very important in terms of revenues and all those things. IoT also enables data-driven decision making, and nowadays organizations used to collect very large volume of data, and this data can be analyzed using analytical tools and artificial intelligence to identify specific patterns and trends. For instance, in case of agriculture, farmers can analyze soil and weather data to determine the best time for irrigation or fertilization. Finally, we can say uh, that IoT improves resource efficiency and sustainability by optimizing energy consumption, reducing waste, and improving the operational efficiency. IoT basically contributes to smarter and more suitable, and more sustainable systems. This is why IoT is considered a key technology in digital transformation. Next one is challenges in IoT. And in case of IoT, as we have discussed many advantages of IoT, but at the same time, IoT also presents several important challenges. One of the major challenges in IoT is security, because these devices are connected to internet. They can easily become targets for cyber attacks. Similarly, another challenge is privacy, since IoT systems collect large amount of personal and environmental data, and managing the massive volume of data generated by IoT devices is also a significant challenge. Additionally, I can say many IoT devices rely on battery power, making energy efficiency um, is a very important consideration while designing uh, the IoT device for a specific task or for a specific application. And addressing these challenges is essential for building a reliable IoT system. So at the end, I can conclude that the Internet of Things connects the physical world with digital intelligence by integrating sensors, communication networks, cloud platforms, and data analytics. IoT systems create intelligent environments capable of monitoring and responding to real world conditions. IoT is transforming industries such as healthcare, agriculture, manufacturing, and urban infrastructure. As technology continues to evolve, IoT will play a crucial role in shaping the future of connected and intelligent systems. Thank you so much.